know the pedigree. You know the pedigree.
Welcome to VIP. I'm your host, Derek Gregory, and today's guest is a radio personality, actor, producer, host, podcaster, entrepreneur. She is one of the busiest women in Hollywood and holds the #1 spot for African Americans in her afternoon radio show. She was literally handpicked by Stevie Wonder himself and is a Gracie Award winner for her contributions in afternoon radio, as well as an NAACP Theater Awards winner. She is an academic scholar, graduate of Bennett College in Greensboro, North Carolina, and also has her master's in fine arts from the University of North Carolina, Greensboro. You've most likely seen her grace the television in one of your favorite TV shows or commercials. She's the voice of the game show Pictionary. She has more job titles than anyone that I know, and I am honored to have her on my show. Welcome to the show, my fellow Aquarian, H-Town Zone, stand up, my good friend, Tammi Mac.
What's up?
How you doing, Tammi?
You ain't gotta shake my hand.
Oh, I'm just saying, you know, what's going on? How you doing?
I'm fine, how are you?
Oh man, it's a blessing for you to come join me on the show.
No, I'm excited for you. I'm like super psyched and hyped that you have this platform, this podcast, VIP, and that it is about, normally on any other normal day, poker. It's about poker,
well,
right?
It's a lifestyle.
That's your thing.
Yeah, but it's a lifestyle podcast where, you know, we gear towards poker. But now this is a different edition. This is you know, the Hollywood edition, and you know what we're going to talk about today is also your life, but also, you know, the struggles and things that we go through in Hollywood to try to make it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I really wanted some cards here so I could play you a game of blackjack or something.
Shoot, we can. You already know how I beat you in the spades last time.
Oh!
Yeah, you know, tell Jackson.
That's where we going with it.
Tell Jackson we can get it popping anytime he wants, right?
I got you.
You got
I'm
me?
ready for you.
Well, Tammi, man, I am so honored for you to be here. There's not too many people that I can say that just inspire me and push me and make me want to be a better person. You are that type of person to me. I listened to, I was going through some of your Instagram posts, and you were talking about, you know, holding us down as black men, and I really haven't, you know, shed a tear in a long time, but you know, I really shed a tear this morning. I said, man, you know, as black men, we don't hear things like that from, you know, our black women too often. And it's just like, you know, for you, I know that you really mean it. You know what I mean? And,
I do.
And yeah, I know you do. And that's why it hits so hard home for me, because it's like, you know what? As a black man, we have to do better. You know what I'm saying? And you know, maybe not better, but you want to do better because of women like yourself.
Well, let me say this, and I've already said this to you, but for your viewers, I'm gonna say it again. I do ride hard for black men.
Yes.
Because y'all really have it bad when it comes to this world, specifically America, but really the world. And what I hate is that every time you turn around, somebody got something negative to say about black men.
And women.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't know a black man who's a deadbeat father.
That's weird.
I don't have one in my life. I don't know one.
I don't understand.
You know what I'm saying?
I have 2 kids and I love them.
You ain't no deadbeat dad. You got 2.
Never.
And I have like 4 friends literally who are going to court for their child.
Wow, okay.
So I find this whole black man being the king of deadbeat dads a falsity that they put out. It's not true. Are there some?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
the
like
majority
there are
of you all
yes.
are good fathers. And I mean, even the CDC has a report that says black men spend more time with their children than any other ethnicity.
Really? I did not know
that. That is the
that.
Centers for Disease Control.
Really?
They say that black men spend more time with their children than any other ethnicity. That means Chinese, Asian, Japanese, white, Hispanic. Black men are at the top of that list.
Really?
But you don't hear that because it's just too much propaganda going on.
There is.
Black men, like, I love everything about y'all. Like, what's not to love about a black man?
And you made a comment, you were like, man, I even love when black men turn around and look and say, and that got me.
That's
I
so
said that, you know, that's real. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I love when y'all be pumping gas. Like, oh, look at him pumping that gas.
I'm the same way. I'm the exact same way for black women as well.
I love it. I mean, and a lot of, sometimes y'all, people call y'all broke and stuff.
Right.
Every black man I know, like, even when you and I just went out to eat not long ago, and I pulled out my credit card, and you was like, "What are you doing?"
Well, that's because I hold you in such high regard. But as a woman and as a man, if I invite you somewhere, that's my duty.
And then you had Terrence, your boy Terrence, with you.
Yeah.
He don't even know me. He was like, "Yeah, put that back."
Yeah.
Like, so I'm like, that's the black man that I know. That's the black man that raised me.
That's right.
So I'm just unsure of all these black men that women talk bad about. I don't know those men. I'm sorry, ladies. I don't know those men. And I will say this. If you know too many of them, then you got to look at yourself, because it's a reflection of the company you keep.
And I also have to tell you that your character and who you are, the excellence that you exude, makes us want to be better. So, that also plays a big factor as well. I'm just letting you know, just because, as a black man, as somebody who I look at you as a friend, like, I really, really just want to make Tammi proud. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so dope.
And as a woman, as a friend in Christ, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I want to make you proud too, especially in Christ, because your spirituality is a little bit higher than mine.
Listen, nah, it may have been, but you've been
like, I've been through a little bit right now. I've been through a little bit.
You've been on this journey with me. You've seen me through many seasons, many ups and downs. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thankful that you've been able to experience that with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And no matter what you go through, I'm not judging it. You know what I'm saying? You my boy. That's that.
And you're a safe spot.
Yeah.
Like when I call you, I know that you're gonna listen. You're gonna give me good sound advice. It's a safe place that you're not gonna judge me. You're not gonna talk crazy. You're not gonna talk to somebody else about me.
No, I'm not doing
You know what
that.
I'm saying? So I appreciate that, and I appreciate our friendship.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
That's so nice to know.
Let's talk about your childhood. I don't really know too much about your childhood. You were born in Houston. Talk to us about, did you come from, humble beginnings where, is it middle class, upper class, two parent family?
Oh.
Did you grow up in the church?
A little bit of all of that.
Okay.
Actually, a little bit of all of that.
Okay.
So, yeah, I grew up in a two-parent household for half my life, I guess, for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then my parents got divorced when I was in high school, I think.
So you had a father figure for,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a father figure in my life for quite some time.
Okay.
I also credit my great-grandfather with helping to raise me, because my mom went to college. Like, my mom and dad met at Prairie View A&M.
Okay.
And so that's where they got together. Then they had me.
Yeah.
And then they got married.
Oh, okay. Hey, listen.
And then they had my brother,
Right.
in marriage.
Okay.
But
And how many years apart are you and your brother?
like maybe four or five.
Okay.
But when my mother went off to get her, she had to go to Dallas to, I guess, get her to be a teacher's assistant or whatever you do to be a teacher.
And how old were you
she
at
had to
this
do
time?
That. I was just born.
Okay, but just
And so
you don't remember?
No.
Okay.
Well, I must have been 3, because I do remember getting on the plane to go see her with my aunt. But while she was studying in Dallas, I stayed with my great-grandparents.
Takes a village to raise a child.
So my great-grandfather kind of raised me from that point. And my mom said I called her Deborah or baby sister one day when she came home, and she was like, that's it.
Oh, wow.
No, you coming with me.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't remember that, but that's what she tells me. So, and I was also raised by my father's mother, because when my parents divorced, we needed a soft spot to land, so that we wouldn't be in the midst of whatever that is.
Okay.
And so my dad's mother kind of let us stay with her during that time.
Tell us about your household. What kind of household was your father strict? Was your mother?
No, my mom was the strict one.
Oh,
My dad was like, my dad was kind of like Cliff Huxtable.
Okay.
He was always doing fun stuff and funny stuff, and he was the one that took me to the skating rink, and he was the one that got me started in radio, and he knew everybody in the world. He would take me on auditions.
Really? So he was a social butterfly.
Oh, for sure, without a doubt. And my mom, she was more of the disciplinarian, I would say.
Okay.
But she too, like, anything that I had to do at school, my mother made sure that it was supported.
Oh, supported.
Yeah, it was supported. So like when I ran for Miss Yates, she made sure that she got the whole family in a van and they drove around. You know, like when you're the queen of the school or whatever.
Oh, look at you. It'd be big time.
I wasn't Miss Yates. I lost.
Okay. But you're still in the running. You know what I'm saying? So you've been
I think I made it second place or something. Okay. But they say I got cheated.
Okay, yeah.
But I don't know. Everybody who lose get cheated, right? So yeah, so she would make sure that I always had support in whatever it was that I was doing outside of my schoolwork, because my schoolwork was whatever it was. Like, I was always going to be on my P's and Q's in school.
Really? So were you very social, you know, in elementary school, high school?
I don't remember no elementary. I was most popular in high school.
Really?
So I was beyond social.
Everybody knew you. Class president or student union type stuff? What was it?
Let me see. I was all-star in theater.
Okay.
So I had a whole bunch of theater trophies. I was all-state in theater. And then I was the announcer for the band, and our band was one of the best bands in the district.
Okay.
So I was the one that's, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, so from jump, like, is that how did you get this diction? Because like you have perfect diction. Hey, where did it start from?
I think the diction probably started from my grandmother made me read a lot.
Oh, is that right?
My grandmother was into education.
Very much into education.
So she had 4 boys, and all 4 of her boys graduated from Prairie View.
Okay.
I'm lying when I say graduated from college.
Yes.
So she was very strict on education. And so when we would go out of town or just go somewhere in the city and she was driving, she would pay us for every billboard that we read. So you would get 10 cents for every billboard you read. And she would read a lot. She read Louis Lattimore books, which is a country, like a Western books. She read Western books. Okay. And so when she would be reading her Western books, I would be reading books too. So she was a teacher.
Did your grandparents live with you, or they lived close by?
I lived with my grandmother for for a certain time when my parents were going through a divorce. But I stayed with her during the summer too. Okay. So, but I never knew my father's father. Okay. It was just my grandmother. She was single. She got married at some point.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So you were Miss Social.
I went to Jack Yates High. That most people know that school because that's the school George Floyd went to.
Oh, okay.
So that's how people kind of are familiar with it. But Debbie Allen also graduated from Jack Yates High School.
Oh, look at you.
So, yeah.
Look at you, Jack Yates.
So when I went to Yates, they would always call me Little Debbie Allen.
Little Debbie Allen.
But I didn't become as big as Debbie Allen.
Listen, you still have a lot of time, and you're very big in your own right.
But I have met her on several occasions.
She's a nice lady. I've met her a few times as well.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So, social, butterfly in high school and in middle school and coming up. You said that your father introduced you to radio or took you to
he had a friend who was the program director at Texas Southern University. Okay. And they have a radio station called KTSU, but on Saturdays they had a show where kids could come and program the station for an hour. Right. And they called it Kids Jam. Okay. So my dad went up there and told his friend
just
Pam,
on a whim.
I mean, I'm sure he thought about it and was like, I'm gonna take Tammy up there.
Did you guys talk about it?
No, we didn't talk about it. He just took me one day. He said, I got somebody I want you to meet. And we went, and Pam Collins is her name. She's still here to this day. I follow her on her Facebook page. You guys talk every now and we don't talk, but and my dad was like, hey Pam, this is my daughter Tammy, and I wanted to be on the radio.
She gave you a break.
Wow. And Pam gave me my break. And I've been on radio since I was 14 years old.
Wow. So it is really second nature to you.
Yeah.
It's crazy because sometimes I'll call you, you'll be taking a commercial break, and I'll answer the phone, and hey, this is Tammi Mac, and right now we have Eric Benet, and I'm sitting there like, wait.
And then I come back to the phone.
And then you come back, hey, what's up, D? I really appreciate that, you know what I mean? Because it's like you don't have to take that call, but you let me into your world, and you're so welcoming and so giving of yourself. You helped me put together a voiceover tape.
I forgot all about that.
You forgot all about that,
yeah,
but you did. It was back in the day. But that's who you are. That's your personality, and I appreciate it, and I know others do as well.
Yeah, I love radio. It's been my best friend.
Okay.
Like, radio has held me down my entire life. I feel like without radio, I would have probably fallen into the stereotypical lifestyle of living in the hood.
You
know?
No.
Oh yeah, definitely.
No,
I would have.
I can't believe that.
I'm telling you, I would have without radio.
Why? Why would you even say something like that?
Because that's where I live. That's where I grew up.
But that's not who you were.
Yeah, but you got to think about it though.
You're a dreamer.
But when you're in an environment that doesn't lend to people living out their dreams, you become a part of your environment.
Yeah.
But because I had a father who saw more for me, and I had a mother who supported me, I was able to overcome that environment. So I'm not going, like, I don't want to put down
but you also
the ghetto,
because
because that's where I'm from. That's who I am. That's a part of me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, I'm not going to deny that part of me. That's the part of me that learned how to fight. That's the part of me that learned how to get through stuff when you think you can't get through it. That's the part of me that made my head strong.
Built you.
That's the part, that's the part of the foundation that keeps me standing.
Yeah.
You know? And so I just because I have all these degrees and stuff, it means nothing. The part that really matters is the part that keeps my head straight. Is the part that gets me through days when I'm like, I don't have a dime. You know, being in Los Angeles is expensive out here.
It is,
and if you don't have no money, you'll be like, I gotta go.
Right.
But the hood part of me, the ghetto part of me says, I'll find it today.
I'll find a way, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And school can't do that for you.
Right.
That's not school. That's not, that part is not diplomas.
And what's crazy is you're so relatable because of that. You know what I mean? Like, you can relate to so many different walks of life. And that's why so many people follow you.
Oh, thank you.
You know what I mean?
But I do. I get it, and it's a real thing. So I don't talk about it as if it's, I know what it's like to live in the ghetto, and I feel so sorry for you. Like, that's fake to me. It's a real thing to me, because I have friends. You know, I got friends to this day who still live there.
So when you say ghetto, to explain what was the ghetto for you?
People shooting at night, you having a duck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
people stealing from you, having to fight at the park.
Were you in a house? Were you in an apartment?
Well, my grandmother is a brilliant woman.
Yes.
And she owned houses.
Come on, see? When you talking about I would be in the hood. Come on, man.
But she owned houses. She owned rent houses in the hood.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So my grandmother owned rent houses in the hood. My grandmother wasn't no punk now.
What I said, come on, man.
She had land in Tigg, Texas, you know what I'm saying? And her mother had land, and her mother, like, the house that my dad is living in now is my great-grandmother's house.
Wow. Do you feel as though that she maybe had you live there, just to, give you some foundation, some grounding?
No, I think we lived there because we couldn't afford to rent. So my grandmother let my daddy and my mama stay in the house.
Yeah, but grandma had a couple homes herself.
Yes, she did. She absolutely did.
But
and she was living rent-free too, because she was living in her mama house.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I also understand what it means to own property, to own homes, to own land. Like, I get that as well.
And I'm so proud of you. I just saw that video that you showed me where you bought your mother a home. Wow. I mean, that's every person's dream to, at some point give back, every good person, you know what I mean? Like, and that just shows, who you are, what kind of character you have to give back to your mother. That was a beautiful home that you showed me. And
I told my mama she got through breast cancer, I'd buy her a house. Well, she got through breast cancer.
She got through breast cancer.
So she's cancer-free, and she's got a home now.
Amen.
So God is good.
God is real good.
Fantastic.
All the time.
Yep. All the time, God is good.
Okay, all right. So yeah, you're very, very popular in college. In high school. Go to college. How was college life?
I went to college and I ended up getting a job on radio my first year I think it was my first year. I think I was playing a little bit my first year, so it might have been my second year that I got my job.
Were you a partier? Were you?
I was definitely a partier.
Were you?
Oh yeah, I was
Okay.
hitting 2 to 6s like it was nothing.
Like
my
that.
booty shorts and my breast hanging out. Can I say titties? My titties was out.
Like that?
My ass was out.
Oh, you
like I was rocking it. I was fine.
And
I wanted everybody to know.
To know it. Damn, Tammy doing it like that, huh?
Just like that.
You got to send me some pictures. I mean, I know you're married and all now, but I'm just saying so we can put that and just let them know what time it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was a good thing.
It was a good thing.
Oh, I had freshman year in college, probably one of my best times in life.
And why is that?
Because all we did was party.
It was the first time for.
That's all we did.
One thing that you told me, and is this true? You've never drank a sip of alcohol in your life?
No, I don't drink. I don't drink or smoke.
Wow.
Yeah.
You've never in your life drunk alcohol?
No.
That's crazy. And you've never smoked? Wow. No peer pressure, no. You just always been, set firm on.
Yeah, it's just nothing I never ever wanted to do or try.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's not a big deal to me. It's just
Yeah, but there was something. Was it your family?
No.
You don't think so?
I know it was nothing. Like I don't have any alcoholics in my family. Nobody died from a drunk driver. Nothing. It's just something that look, I'm wild enough by myself.
I don't know.
I don't need no help.
Really?
Derek, I don't need no help.
Okay.
To turn up.
To turn up, yeah.
No, I don't need no help to turn up. I don't need no help to turn up.
Were you dancing and whatnot in college?
Every day.
Dance team?
No, I wasn't on no dance team.
No?
I don't do that.
Okay.
No, I wasn't on the dance team.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I tried out for cheerleader. They didn't want me.
They didn't want, why not?
Because I'm not good at choreography.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't need no help.
Okay.
I'm good. Like if I go to a party and I leave, people will think I was drunk. Woo, she was lit when she left.
Really? Just because you on 10, you just the life of the party, personality.
And I don't even be trying to be the life of the party. I just be trying to have a good time.
But you know what? People
All to
gravitate
myself.
towards you. I came to your function this week and everybody was, asking about Tammi Mac. You know what I mean? and wanted to know what, the eyes are on you. And it's just like.
I just have a good time.
But why
Life
do people?
is too short.
Why have people gravitate? It's something about you that people gravitate towards you. Do you notice that?
I don't think I do. I don't think I do. But I do have friends like you who tell me that.
Yeah.
So I try to believe it. It may be because in my mind, I'm not where I wanted or dreamt of being yet.
Really?
And so maybe that makes me think that I'm not who I really am, or who people say I am.
You're just always striving for the next goal, the next.
Yeah, I feel like, and that's one reason why freshman year was one of the best years of my life, is because I had no expectations. I was just living in the moment. So every day was fantastic. And I hate that when I moved to LA, I didn't have that mindset. My next most favorite time in my life was when I lived in Birmingham, Alabama, doing the morning show with Ricky Smiley.
Oh, wow.
And we had so much fun together. Every day I couldn't believe every day at work was like a party.
You doing what you love.
Like, man, it was just, I was like, is this my life?
Yeah.
And we were getting bonuses. I was like, am I getting this kind of money at 20-something? It was just beautiful. And Ricky was funny, and he was teaching me how to be funny. It was just so, I was like, this is my life. And I was just enjoying every moment. But once I moved to LA, it became a hustle. It became, I gotta get in a movie. Oh, I gotta get an agent. Oh, I gotta be SAG in the union.
But
SAG
why is
after.
Do you put that on yourself, or do you think?
Well, of course you do.
Yeah,
but you're also told that you have to do that.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
I view Hollywood as the Wizard of Oz. Because you come to Hollywood and you think that there's this wizard.
Right.
So you're making this trek through Oz, which is Hollywood, and you meet people along the way, like you're my Tin Man, right? I meet you, I meet somebody else, that's my lion, I meet somebody else. You meet these people along the way, and then you get to Oz, and you're like, I'm here. You're finally at an agency, right? And the agent says, you need new headshots. You have to be SAG. You don't have enough credits. Come back when you have all of that.
Hurry up and wait.
Come back, come back. And that's what the wizard told Dorothy and her friends. They went to the wizard and they're like, I want a house, I want a heart. And he was like, well, we need the witch's broom. So go get the witch's broom and come back. So when you're in Hollywood, you go, you find the agent and they tell you, go get new headshots, go get this and come back. And they throw you to the wolves, hoping and praying that you'll never come back because they know they can't help you. They can't help you. And just like the wizard knows he can't help you. Why can't he help you? Because he's the man behind a curtain just pushing these buttons to pretend like he is what he isn't. And so that's what Hollywood is. It's the Wizard of Oz. Like it's a man behind the curtain. You think that this casting director is gonna make your career. You think that this agency is gonna make your career. You think that this producer is gonna make your career. And they're not gonna make your career. It's never gonna happen like that.
Right. But you are pretty accomplished, though, in your own right. And I'm proud of you, and I'm happy to call you a friend. And I just want to say that every time I see you on the screen, I'm like, man, Tammi is doing her thing.
Well,
you may not have, your series regular role yet, but you've had some good stuff, and you work with a lot of talented people. I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? It's only a matter of time.
Okay, well,
right?
God willing.
No, it's happening. That's how you feel. Is that how you feel?
Do I feel like it's only a matter of time?
Yes.
No, I don't feel like that at all.
Really? Why?
No. I don't know why. Because I've been here a long time.
Okay.
So I'm like, the matter of time has come and gone, That's how I feel. So now I'm in this mode to where I feel like if anything's going to happen, I'm going to have to make it happen.
Make it happen, yes.
Right? I'm going to have to produce it. I'm going to have to write it.
Yeah.
I'm going to have, and today there are so many opportunities to do that.
Right there.
But it's still a still a risk. It's still a gamble, right?
Very, very true. But
we're still at the poker table trying to put the cards together and make them work.
That's true. But you have a very creative mind, and it's going to happen. And when it does, you're going to be so gratified from it happening, because God, you got to go through certain things before,
I've been through them.
You actually get there. You know what I'm saying? So I was watching one of your IG things, and you're talking to Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis.
Yeah.
And what he said was, it's about the journey, not the destination.
Everybody says that, and I be like, that's some bullshit. But then Terry Lewis said, I love the journey so much, I never want to arrive at the destination. And I was like, oh, snap.
You see what I'm saying? So don't you just enjoy the journey of...
The whole time I've been in LA, I've never enjoyed the journey.
Really?
Because I was so stuck on getting to the destination.
But why? Why are you so worried about that?
It's not that you worry about it, it's that you're trying to get to a place in your head that you think is going to solve all of your
problems.
Well, yeah, all of your wishes, your goals.
You'll be arrived.
Yes, of course.
I think that you ever are going to be arrived. You know what I'm saying? Like ever.
I don't know. If I win the Oscar, I will feel like I have arrived.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know about you.
That's true.
At this point, if I win an Emmy, I will feel like I have arrived.
That's true. Yeah, just to be recognized, but from your
you know
peers.
what I mean? Like,
but what did you receive for your? You had a bag lady show that you did.
NAACP Theater Awards. I have 3 of those.
Three of those, right?
And I have a Gracie Award.
And that's, come on, man.
For radio.
What?
And I'm also in the Library of Congress.
Oh, my.
For my radio work.
Come on. Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
And it's crazy that you would even think that, man, I haven't arrived. No, you have arrived, and you've made an impact in this. You're a staple in LA, and people, would love to be in your shoes.
I love Los Angeles. Like, I should have been born in Los Angeles. That's how much I love this city.
Really? Why?
I love LA, man. I don't know. I just feel at home. I feel warm. I feel like they're my people here. And I'm not talking about Hollywood. I'm talking about Los Angeles.
Really?
Those are 2 different places.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, Hollywood is one place, but Los Angeles is a completely different place. So you're talking about Inglewood, you're talking about Watts, South Central, Crenshaw. You're talking about like literally the city of Los Angeles. You're not talking about Hollywood where you get all these implants that come in who want to be stars. You're talking about people who are the same people in other states and cities. Hollywood is a completely different land of its own.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of Hollywood. As a matter of fact, I shrink when I get into Hollywood. I've been told several times by my friends, like when we go to those Hollywood parties, I'll get in a corner and I'll just do like this. And I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to see anybody. But you put me at a party in Crenshaw. That's when I'm on the table.
You were line dancing, and you know what I'm saying?
Put me in Crenshaw.
Man, I tried to get a hold of you the other day. You were like, hey, ho. I got to get back up on stage. I mean, you were in your element the other day, man.
Yeah.
And you love people.
I love my people.
You love people.
I love my people, yes.
Yeah.
And so I think when I'm in Hollywood, I feel like I can't be myself. I feel like I have to kind of put on airs.
Why?
And so it's very difficult for me to go to those Hollywood parties and Hollywood events. I'm hardly ever there. I stopped doing red carpets about 5 years ago. I don't even do red carpets.
Okay.
I just don't feel comfortable.
Out of place. Okay.
I feel completely out of place at those places.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell us about some of your challenges and some, of your maybe downfalls in Hollywood since you've been here. When did you first come to Hollywood? What year?
Somewhere in 2000.
Somewhere, okay.
Yeah, somewhere in 2000.
Okay. Is it, walk us down that road. When you first got here, the lights, the cameras.
When I first got here, I found out, I went to an agent. He was like, you need to be SAG. You need to be union first before I could take you on.
Okay.
So then I had to go try to be union.
Okay.
And I almost got blackballed by the background industry.
What you mean? You just kept on telling them, hey, you got to upgrade me or something? What did you go to, like Central Casting or something?
I'm not gonna say who I went to because I don't want to, because I'm not mad at him. You know what I'm saying? So
okay.
I don't want people to think that he's a bad person because he's not. I mean, he's a dope guy.
Okay.
But I was doing, I want to say the movie Beauty Shop maybe, and I was a background, and they used me, and you have to have 3 vouchers in order to become a part of the union.
That's right.
So I was gonna get my 3 vouchers. And I was on my last voucher, got it, and I was like, woo, done with that, hallelujah. Now I can go get my agent, right? And it's sad because today you don't even need to be union, and you don't even need to be in LA. It's so different today, 20 years later.
You still need to be in the union.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, you don't.
Okay. But anyway,
I'm going to disagree with that.
You got to, if you want to make some real money, you want Class A usage, you got to be in the union. Otherwise, you're going to have them little buyouts, little cheap little buyouts.
It's different for commercials.
$2,000 or $3,000 buyouts. Come on.
Union is different for commercial. But I will say this.
And television as well. Unless you Atlanta.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
You don't have to be in LA anymore.
Okay,
they're shooting films in New Orleans, Atlanta, Ireland.
But a lot of those,
Canada.
they're getting their talent from LA.
Okay.
Yeah, well, they are. I'm just telling you. So explain what happened on the set of. Beauty.
I was done. I was so done with doing background. What is this background, right?
Yeah, background. Yeah.
Okay, background work. So for some people would consider it extras, right?
Yeah.
Extras background.
Yeah.
And I was done. I thought I was done, but for some reason, they called me back.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, I can't because I'm on the radio. I'm not going to be able to do it.
I got my 3 vouchers. I'm good.
And then he called me back. He said, well, you can't, they really need you. Production needs you back. And once you're there, you're supposed to fulfill your time. I said, well, I was only supposed to work 3 days.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, no, you got to come back. So then.
Now, why did they want you back so bad? Was it really, or was it something
I was background. I have no idea why they wanted me so bad.
Okay.
So then.
Were you a stand-in or something?
No, I was not.
Okay.
I was just background. I was somebody under the air.
Okay.
I don't know. And then
continuity.
The producer called, the assistant director called, and was like, hey, we need you back. I was like, I can't do it. So then the producer called and was, hey, we need you back. And I was like, the producer? This is wild.
Yeah, but maybe they saw something.
So then, no, they didn't. So then,
how do you know?
I'm telling you. So then the casting called me back, and he goes, well, you know, there's a such thing as blackballing in this industry, right?
They blackball
and you
me.
probably, you know, they seem to really want you back. And I hate that I made the casting director look bad because he was doing me a favor by getting me my vouchers.
Right.
So I hate that I had to, you know, because ultimately if your talent not it makes him look bad. So I felt bad about that.
Okay.
But I was done with background. I was so tired of it. I had been doing it since the day I landed here.
Okay, yeah.
And I finally got my vouchers. I'm done.
Yeah.
And so finally they called me, the director, I don't know, it was another producer who called and along with the casting director this final time, and they said, well, can you do this? Can you bring us the outfit that you had on? And I said, I can absolutely do that. I will bring everything. Okay. And so I took him my outfit, and the wardrobe was like, you're such a saint. Thank you for this. We'll send you your stuff back. I say, baby, you keep all of that. You could keep it up. You ain't got to mail it. Keep it. And that was the end of my background career. Okay. So yeah, so he, you know.
That's okay.
So I wasn't too mad about being blackballed in the background industry.
I was blackballed in actual commercials. Yeah. I did plenty of Nike commercials.
I thought you was gonna say plenty of fish.
No. I did a lot of commercials, and they blackballed me.
You did. You were a commercial king. When I got my first commercial, I called you. I was like, now how much money I'm getting?
Man, I'm telling you, and I knew the ins and outs. I really thought we had a strong union. I found out we don't. Long story short, I was a principal performer in a commercial. It was a big commercial with Kobe and my boy Paul Pierce and 10 NBA players. They had them play for $10,000 a piece that day, just to have like a competitive atmosphere. I was a background player, just much like yourself.
Right.
And I was doubling Paul Pierce, who was my boy. Right. They used my little stunts and kept it in the commercial. Once they do that, and you're in there for, if it's,
however amount of time,
you get residuals.
Right.
I just knew I was about to get about 70, 80
You thought she was supposed to get paid?
Oh man, it was playing a Class A. It's playing on everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm about to get paid. So I hit my union. It meets all the criteria. Don't worry, we're gonna work for you. We're gonna get you.
Really?
We got it. Found out that our union isn't as good as what we thought they were. I think that they were getting paid under the rug. I ended up getting a lawyer. Tried to sue Nike myself because I had the contract. I was supposed to get. But I was. Come on, man. And what's crazy is a lot of actors don't know this, but I helped a lot of people from that point on actually get paid because of.
So did you get paid or no?
I did not get paid, and also they blackballed me. I was, they would call me on a first name basis.
Right.
Nigel, Mike Fisher, different people would call me, direct. I wouldn't even have to audition because, I did so many, spots.
Yeah, you used to do a lot of those commercials.
I used to do a lot. And, guy Mike Fisher, he called me and said, hey, D, I just want to let you know, man, that, it was a big ad agency, Wyden and Kennedy, one of the biggest. They don't want to use you anymore. I just want you to know you're coming in for these auditions, but you're
never going to hire you.
You're not going to get hired anymore.
Wow.
I said, wow. And that all changed for me in the year about 2008 when the market crashed and everything. It was a bad year for me. But I got blackballed.
What's interesting is you do fight a lot for what you're owed.
Yes.
And the thing with fighters is you never see the rewards of that.
No, somebody
it's
else
always
does.
the people after
always
you
the people after
that see the reward. I mean, that's Martin Luther King.
Yeah, that's real. That's real.
Yeah, you don't get to see the rewards that you fight for.
No.
That's crazy.
And there were many people who, got paid after that. You know what I mean? So, but it was what it was, and I got tough skin and I had to learn, and now I probably wouldn't do that. And I don't know. Maybe I just want to do what's right. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if I feel as though I'm getting cheated.
I'm not sure if it's in your spirit to not say
not say so. I am you know that.
But we've talked about a couple of things that you've done, and you've said, yeah, I think I might not do that next time. Or you'll say, oh, I might not, probably shouldn't have said nothing. And every time you say I probably shouldn't have said something, you say something.
That's just in my spirit. That's just who I
don't know if you cannot. I don't know.
You know, I morally, I just do what I think is right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of what I live by. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
that's the God in you.
And I'm not perfect by any means, but at the same time, you know, I try to fight for what's right.
Yeah, you do. You do.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Talk to us about, you know, Hollywood and, you know, some of, you know, maybe shortcomings or, you know, things that have happened, you know, that, you know, people may not know. Some of the trials that you've gone through. So, you know, so somebody who's listening that may be a younger listener who's, you know, has aspirations of coming out here and, you know, just keeping it real, because you've always kept it real.
What you want to know about the casting couch?
Casting couch? What happened at the casting couch? What do you mean?
No, I'm just saying that's usually what people ask. Is like, well, have you ever been on the casting couch?
Oh, have you?
Have I been on the casting couch? I have been on the casting couch.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
I wasn't going to ask that, but okay.
It's not a story I tell because it's neither here nor there or whatever.
Okay.
But it's interesting because this agent / manager, I guess he was, he got caught up in the Me Too movement. Vincent Cirenciones. He got caught up in the Me Too movement.
Okay.
And so he is no longer a manager or agent anymore in Hollywood.
He was your manager?
No. I was set up with a meeting with him.
To become your manager?
To become one of his clients, yeah.
Potentially, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And it's interesting.
Where did you meet him?
The reason
Where did you meet him?
I didn't meet him. A guy that I had done a movie with connected me with him.
Okay.
And I went to his office, but several actresses who, a few of my actress friends was like, oh my God, you're going to meet with Vincent? Oh my God, he's definitely going to hit on you. And so I intentionally wore like a dress that came to like here. Yeah. And maybe right here.
Oh, no, is it white guy or black guy?
Yeah, white. Cirenciones, is that Italian?
Okay, Italian, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I go into the office.
You like black girls?
Yeah, he liked black girls.
Okay.
Yeah,
right, okay.
Love black girls.
Okay, okay.
And so when I went to
She's like, love.
When I went into the lobby, when I went into the lobby, there's his secretary is there, and she's like, "Oh, who are you here to see, Michael?" And I was like, "No, Vincent." She was like, "Oh." Yeah, he'll like you.
She said that to you? Straight up and down.
Like, oh. Yeah, he'll like you.
Okay.
He'll like you. And I was like, okay, so it sounded like my girls was right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, how am I handle this? How you gonna handle this?
So you're at an office where you're on like wheelchair, like a high rise?
We go in, no, it's a little house.
Okay, house, okay.
So I go into his office, and there's like a office setup on one side where there's like the desk and chairs and a whole bunch of awards.
Okay.
Oscars, all of that, right?
Oscars?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's a big time. Huh?
Oh, yeah. Huh. And then the other side, there's a couch and a chair, right? Mm-hmm. And I say to myself, because, you know, I'm from the ghetto, so I'm always like point checking.
P's and Q's. You looking around the
my head on
like,
a swivel, baby.
Yeah.
I'm taking everything in count. I'm like, okay, chair over there, chair window right there. I need to jump out.
So he had a reputation that was.
Apparently so. I mean, because my girls were telling me. Okay. The secretary was like, "Oh, he'll like you." Okay. Right. So
you were already on.
So I was already on a defense and trying to figure out what are you gonna say? What are you like? Everything was pre-planned in my head. So I say, okay, I'm never gonna leave the office area, because there's an office area, then there's a fireplace with the couch and the chair and a little rug, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so
on the opposite side.
Sit over here. Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm never gonna leave.
Professional.
I'm never gonna leave from the desk.
Yeah.
So I stay glued to the desk and I'm good.
Right.
So we're at the desk, we're talking, just random talk. He wants to know about me, and I'm asking about him and some of his clients and stuff, and then he gets a phone call, and as he's getting the phone call, he gets up to kind of walk around his desk, and then he hangs up and he's like, "Come over here, let's sit down and talk." So now I'm like, Do I
back of your mind, you're already like, hold
I'm like,
up.
do I go over to that area or do I stay right
and
here?
That's sad that we got.
What do I do?
Put a
So I go over to the area and I sit in the chair instead of the couch. Because I'm like, if I sit in the chair, I'm good. So I sit in the chair and he comes and he walks around and he goes, yeah, over there. And he pushes me away from the chair to sit on the couch.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah, with him.
Right. No. He sits in the chair.
Okay.
Then he pushes me to the couch.
Oh, okay.
So I'm on the couch and
so he's in complete control.
yeah. I'm on the couch, he's on the chair, and we're sitting like this because the couch is there, the chair is there.
Predator.
And he's kind of leaning in like this, and I'm trying to make sure that my dress not rising and it's nice and cute, and
Right.
and I'm everything's good. I'm pressing it out, everything, and I'm like and I'm like, so one of your clients is Ruben Santiago. How did you get him to do his play and turn it into a film, and what did you see in him? Is there something that maybe I have that he has in terms of, I'm really talking, because I've researched him. I know who he's with. I know the projects he's done. So I'm talking business. And he's like, yeah, Ruben Santiago is fine. Ooh, your legs are so fucking great. And Ruben is absolutely, the way I found Ruben was, oh my God, I think I'm getting hard. See. And the way I find Ruben.
Oh my God, I'm getting hard. Man,
and he's just like, doing that. And then he moves over to the couch and scoots me over, and he starts saying stuff
Wait,
like,
after he says I'm getting hard, what did you say to that?
I pretended like I didn't hear it.
Okay, so
and I kept
were
talking
you
about
were you kind of just taken aback? Like how were you feeling when
I didn't feel one way or another. I was just pretending like I didn't hear it. So I was trying not to get emotional. My goal was to keep it business.
Right, but
that was my goal.
Once he takes it further than business, how did you have a defense mechanism?
No, my plan the whole time was to only talk business. So I pretended like I heard nothing.
Okay.
That was my thing.
Even
I pretended like I heard nothing.
Okay.
Right? I don't care what he said. I pretended like I heard nothing.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be honest. So then he moved me over. Then he moved over to the couch and scooted me over. He didn't scoot me over. I'm sorry. I'm sitting here. He moved over to the couch and sat there. Right. So he sits there, and he continues to talk. And now he's talking about how good my legs look, kind of rubbing himself like this, like I'm getting a hard on.
See, this pisses
he's
me
like,
off,
I really, really like
Damn.
you. I really, really like you. And I'm like, well, should I contact some of your, should I contact your agents and get back with them and send them my reel? How are we going to work this out? So I'm still talking business. And I'm going to tell you, because a lot of people, when women come out and say that people treated them, that they were harassed or whatever the case may have been, women always become the problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Never the victim.
Right.
Always the problem to the masses, right?
Yeah.
And it's always the woman's fault.
Yeah.
So the first thing someone would say to me was, well, you knew, so why did you wear a dress? You should have wore pants. You know what I mean? But
wait, that's what was going on in your mind?
No. I'm just telling you now. I'm out of that, and I'm saying a reason why women never tell
is because they get blamed.
They will always be blamed for whatever it was.
Okay.
Well, when the first time he said he had a heart on, why didn't you walk out? So it's going to always be my fault. Right.
So after he said that, I mean, you did your brain start, going like.
No, I just
did
felt
you want to leave?
No, I didn't want to leave. No, I'm gonna be honest. No, I didn't want to leave.
Okay.
I knew I wasn't gonna have sex with him.
Yeah.
I knew I wasn't gonna rub his penis. Like, I knew none of that was going to happen. Right.
Okay.
I knew that wasn't gonna happen.
Okay.
I also knew that something was going to happen, but I wasn't quite sure that it was, because people had told me. Right.
Okay.
Like, I was warned.
So he's rubbing his man, and what does he do next?
Well, he's not rubbing it in a way like he's gonna pull it out. It's just kind of more like a Michael Jackson thing,
Yeah, you still playing with your man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But, so
it's inappropriate.
It's very inappropriate.
Come on, man. Yeah.
But I'm gonna speak to what's real in those moments, right?
So how did you feel?
There's an angel on one shoulder and there's the devil on another shoulder. And there's a devil going, this is what you came here for. This man can take you to the Oscars. What are you going to do? And I'm literally talking to the devil. And I'm like, I don't know. You got a point. This man can get me an Oscar. This man can get me in rooms I can never get in, right? And then there's an angel on another shoulder saying, God gave you a gift.
Yeah, and you can't,
Are you gonna prostitute his gift?
Right.
Are you going to say to God, F you? You're not working fast enough for me? You're not working good enough for me? Is that what you're gonna tell God? You want it on your time? And the devil's like,
this is all processing.
And the devil's like, yeah, you want it on your time. Of course you do. You've already been out here for, I don't know, at the time, 2-3 years. I don't know what it was. You've been out here. You've put in the work. You've gone to classes. You've got your master's. If this is what it takes, you need to go ahead. Do it. Rub it. Rub it. And the rub it gets louder and louder in one ear. And this side gets smaller and smaller. And you literally, like, you want to rub it. And then this one goes, how long will you be rubbing it? If you rub it now, how long will you continue to rub it? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know how long. Like, literally, he disappeared for about 5 minutes.
You were had a conversation with yourself.
And this conversation was going back and forth and back and forth. And I'm like, I gotta go. I gotta go. So I say, I know you've got a lot of other stuff to do, so let me go ahead and go. And he says, call me. I said, okay, I'll make sure that your clients, your agents get my information and I'll call you. I never called him. He called me back several times. I never picked up the phone. The guy who recommended me to him calls me before I even pull out of the driveway and says, what the fuck are you doing? What? And I said, what? He said, turn around and go back. He wants you. Do you know that he, what did he say? He said, do you know that he has kept plenty of Hollywood women? You're making a bad decision. Turn around and go back. And I said, I can't do that. I can't do that. I said, what the fuck did you just do? What was that? And he's like, go back. He likes you. He's paying phone bills. He's paying rent. He can take you places. I said, get the fuck off my phone. And I hung up.
You ever talk to him again?
I did. I talked to him about 2 weeks later, and he called me and said, Vincent's looking for you. Why aren't you picking up his phone calls? I said, because I don't want to play this game. Like, does he wants you as a client. So I call him. And he's like, oh, hey, where have you been? I've been trying to call you. I said, yeah, did you want me to talk to your agent? Or, I emailed my stuff. He was like, no, hold on one second. So he puts me on hold and he comes back to the phone and he says, what are you wearing? And he's like, I'm about to get in the shower. Can I come over and take a shower?
That's what he said to you?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
And so I say, hold on real quick, hold on. And I click over and I never go back. And that was the end. The guy who hooked me up has passed since then. But yeah. But I would imagine with plenty of women, there are moments where you have that conversation with yourself. And so I feel bad for having to have the conversation with myself, I've never shared the story, so now I'm feeling all emotional about it. But I've never shared this story before, but to, maybe Jackson knows. But I can't imagine the things that women have gone through.
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
And what he's put.
And so things like that for me, situations like that for me, I don't take them like, one of my favorite quotes in the Bible is, all things work for the good right?
Yes.
And so
Of those.
because of that situation, I no longer judge other women who have to face that, regardless of whether they listen to their devil or their God. You know, I just don't judge it. I try to learn, you know, from maybe why they did it, just so I can have that, because I'm a storyteller at heart. I'm an actress. That's what we are. We're storytellers. And so to judge someone's story means you can't play it. You can't play it if you're judging it. To be on the radio and hear people's story and have conversations with people every day, you can't have a conversation if you're judging them.
And you're a great listener as
So
well.
I don't, I'm not that girl. You know, I'm not that girl that judges people. I try to learn from the experience and gather where they are and why they did it. I'm not to judge. Now, do I sometimes think some things are funny and I want to talk about it and laugh about it like the rest of the world at some things? Yeah, absolutely. I'm a comedic radio personality. I'm a comedic actress. So I find the funny in everything. You know, most of my friends are comedians.
Ain't no funny in that though.
Well, it was kind of funny the way he was talking. He's like,
Let me come over and take a shower. I mean,
but
the fact that you can laugh about it now, I know you had to feel a certain type of
I
way.
didn't.
No?
I expected it, so I didn't.
So you just let it roll off your back?
Yeah, never really thought about it again.
Did you get an agent, you know, right after that, or you know, how did that affect you?
I don't know how long I got an agent after
Did it
that.
affect you though?
No.
No. Okay.
I'm from the hood, damn it. Don't nothing affect me.
Okay.
I don't give a shit. I made my decision. I'm standing on it. Could I have won an Oscar by now? Maybe. Or maybe he'd have got caught up in the Me Too movement during the time, you know, I rose and then ended up not getting my Oscar anyway. Who knows what could have happened? I believe I made the right decision. I'm standing on my decision. And for the sake of other women, I feel bad if you had to, you know, if you had to, you know, rub it. You had to rub it. I feel bad that you had to rub it, or that you felt like you had to rub it. But there's a whole New York Times article on him that you can Google because he got caught up in the Me Too movement. So there's a whole New York Times article.
Did he go to jail? Did anything?
I don't know. He didn't go to jail, but he had to, you know, he had to squash all of his businesses in Hollywood, for sure.
So he's not associated with Hollywood anymore.
No, not at all. No, the Me Too movement got him wrapped up. Yep. But see, it's good because men don't have to go through that.
Shit, yes we do. I came out, man, look. And
You said yes we do. There's no way.
And what's crazy is like, you know, yeah, it's men actually do. You know, I was watching, I don't know, I think he worked for Tyler Perry, this guy Christian Keys came out and said that he was being harassed and, you know, whatnot. I have a similar story, you know what I'm saying? Like, not with Tyler Perry, but I'm just saying, like, you know, this Hollywood lifestyle is crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like, me personally, you know me, man, like, you know, I love women. I love black women. I love, you know, Latin women. I just love
them all.
I love them all. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when I first came out here, I never looked at another man as being gay. You know what I'm saying? Especially another man, you got Tim's on, you look like me, shape up. You know, you look at another dude as a punk, you know what I mean? Like, you know, there could be like some punks, but not somebody who looks like me as being gay. I had a situation, I don't know if you know, but when I first moved to LA, I was a celebrity barber as well.
Yeah, I knew that.
So I used to cut everybody. I used to, you know, I worked at BT on Rap City and Jam Zone.
Did you work on House of Pain too?
Yeah, I worked on House of Pain. I was, you know, Alan Payne got me on that TV show. I was cutting Tyler Perry's hair. But I had a situation before that you met me when I had rededicated my life to Christ, and I had started a ministry at
yeah, because you wasn't having sex.
I wasn't having sex. I was celibate.
I was like, what?
I was celibate for
not having sex?
Almost 5 years in my prime. But
you say in your prime?
No, seriously, it was in my 20s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
you was
and I had a bad chick too, man. Oh man, she was bad, and she was not having it. She like, you know, she was like a what are they, video vixen? You know what I'm saying? And she took. But anyway, going back to the story. Yeah, I was cutting a lot of hair. This certain individual invited me out to Vegas. You talking about Me Too movement? I was watching Terry Crews and how a guy groped him.
Yeah, he came.
And how that made him feel like, and he talked about it. He talked about the person. I feel as though, what's in the dark always comes to light. And I'm always a straight shooter. Like I don't bite my tongue for nobody. You know what I mean? I talk. So, the story I'm about to tell you is a crazy story. Guy by the name of I won't even tell you his name yet. Guy invites me to Vegas. I'm cutting his hair. Guy named Dave Brown introduces me to him. Dave Brown is big time promoter.
I know Dave. I know Dave.
Yeah, he introduced me to this guy. D, come on up here. I need you to, cut this guy's hair. Okay. So, you know how spiritual I am and what type of person I am. And, when a person comes at me spiritually and talks about Christ and, I want to help you and, God is good, you put your guards down. This man proclaimed to be a man of God. I had a barbershop on on Melrose that I was managing with somebody else. I was managing the barbershop side, he was managing the clothing side.
Right.
This person came to me and I started cutting his hair. I cut his hair for, many months, maybe 3 or 4 months. I used to cut everybody. I used to cut Nas, Redman, Method Man, Music Soul Child, Ja Rule, everybody, I was one of the first celebrity barbers in LA. He invites me to Vegas. It was during Memorial Day weekend. He said, "Hey D, come on, let's hang out for Memorial Day." I'd known him for about 5-6 months at this time. He had told me that he was going to give me $200,000 to open up a barbershop on Sunset. So me and him were going to co-own a barbershop.
Right.
And that's what they do. Just like that guy, they're predators. And they prey on you and they wiggle this shit in front of you and try to make it seem like,
Dangle a little carrot.
You know what I'm saying?
I know
to
what he
get
want.
you know what I mean? But during the time, I'm young, I don't think like that. I'm thinking, oh man, this is a man of God. Okay, he likes what I do. Cool. Invites me out to Vegas. Get to Vegas. Matter of fact, before that, he said, "Hey, meet me." I said, "My girl wants to come with me to Vegas." He said, "No, man, don't come out with your girl, man. It's
Vegas.
It's Vegas,
Yeah.
nigga. Let's chill." I said, "Bro, we already made these plans. She ain't having it. Her girl's already made this trip. Nigga, we'll stay, at the next hotel." Because at the time, I'm still doing my thing too, but I had a girl, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So he puts me out at a different hotel, the MGM. He was staying at the Bellagio, the Villas. I don't know if you've ever been to the Villas.
I'm familiar with the Villas.
You've seen the Villas? Okay, it has the pool.
Yep.
It has, the barber's chair.
Yep.
It has the weight room. It has the sauna. Nice.
The whole thing.
The whole setup.
Yep.
So boom, I'm young. This is the first time I'm seeing a Villa. So I'm like, man, this dude is a football player. Big time, you know what I'm saying?
How many rooms in the villa?
I don't even know. There's like 4. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It was a big villa. You walk in, you see the team. Matter of fact, me and Paul Pierce stayed in this exact same villa like 10 years after that and just brought like an eerie feeling. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Because I was like, damn, I was
here.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So walk into the villa, cut his hair. He was like, "Oh man, we about to have a good time tonight, D." I said, "Okay." So in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, we're gonna go hang out. He's like, "Man, I'm out here to see B." I said, "B?" He said, "Yeah, Queen B."
Okay, all right, y'all go see
I
Beyonce.
said, "Huh?" I said, "Beyonce?" He said, "Yeah, nigga, that's one of my pieces." I said, "Oh, your pieces, nigga? Really? I didn't know you were doing it like that." He said, "Yeah. We've been dealing with each other for a while. This, that, and the third." I said, "Oh."
I don't think I want to be a part of this conversation. You just brought Queen B in it.
I'm just telling you. I'm telling you what the story is. So boom, cut his hair. He said, "D, get ready." You know what I'm saying? We gonna go to the Beyonce concert. I'm chilling with B tonight. Now, mind you, this was right when her and Jay-Z started dealing with each other. They weren't.
I feel like they've been married for a long time.
No, this is when she, listen, Dangerously in Love just came out. They were dealing with each other, but they weren't married. This is in the early 2000s.
Okay.
This is like 2002, something like that. So, boom, we go to the concert, we go backstage. We chilling with Beyonce, Kelly, and the other chick.
Not the other chick, Michelle.
Michelle. Okay, I forgot her name. So we sitting back.
Disrespected Michelle like that.
I'm just saying, I forgot her name, my bad. So we backstage. They talking to me more than they talking to him.
Mm-hmm. All three of them?
All three of them, just, chopping it up. You know me, I'm a people person, you know what I'm saying? So I loved Beyonce, I loved the group, and at that time,
So this was the group or just B by herself?
No, this was the group.
Okay.
And mind you, I had worked on Rap City, so I had worked at BET.
Okay.
So I know a lot of, artists and entertainers.
Okay.
So, we chopping it up. They're not paying attention to this guy. He gets pissed. So we're sitting in the front row. They, we talk to them for maybe 10, 15 minutes. Come to the front row. Beyonce starts singing a cappella, Dangerously in Love. I remember it just like it was yesterday. She's singing, the song, and dude just flips out. He just spazzes out. Fuck this bitch. Let's go, D. Wait. We in Vegas. Mm-hmm. We was just backstage. You said that this is your girl that you chilling with. What you mean? Where we gonna go? Man, we gonna have a good time tonight. Okay, I'm young. This dude about to give me a couple $100,000. I know him. He got bread. All right.
Let's go have a good time.
Let's have a good time. We get in the limo. I'm thinking, okay. So at the time, I had a chick, but I'm still, you know what I'm saying? I'm down for whatever.
Let's go.
We hop in the limo. I'm like, damn, okay, maybe we're gonna get some chicks. Maybe we're gonna go gamble.
Go to the strip club.
Go to strip club.
It's Vegas, baby.
Something.
It's Vegas.
We hop in the car. He starts telling me his whole life story, man, about how many kids he got and how, he kept on saying I'm sick throughout the whole limo ride back.
But like, yeah, man, I'm just sick.
And I told it something like that. Okay. And I told him, I said, hey, man, like, if you sick, I can go back with my girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can get up tomorrow, whatever. I'm not sick like that. He kept on saying I'm sick. I don't know if that's a gay thing. I don't know if that was some type of, I have no clue.
Like a code.
Some type of code or something like that. So, get back to the villa. We get back to the Bellagio. I'm like, why are we at the Bellagio? We just left the Beyonce concert when it started.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Everybody is at the concert. Why are we back at the Bellagio? So we go back up to the room, and first we start in the living room, and he gets a drink, and he starts rolling a blunt, and he's like, "Yo, D, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sick." He kept on saying this throughout the night. I'm not really paying it no attention. He hands me a drink, start drinking, whatever. He's like, yo, have you seen the rest of the villa? This villa is crazy. So I'm playing along like, all right, nigga, like, let's go look at this villa. So he's showing me around. He like, we go back to his room. And he rolls a blunt. And I don't know if you remember, at the villas, they have those TVs that come up.
From out the bed. Mm-hmm.
From out the bed. So back then, it was a big deal. Mm-hmm. So he's kind of showing off like, oh, nigga, I got these TVs. They got the drapes that, you know what I'm saying? Back then, it was 2002, 2003.
It's still impressive.
It was impressive. So, a nigga trying to flex. Right. Okay, cool. Man, next thing you know, it was nothing but the grace of God that hit me. I started drinking a little bit. He hands me the blunt. I'm not really a smoker, you know what I'm saying? Like every now and then I would smoke. I used to sell weed a little bit, but I'm not, I drink, but I'm not into that. That's not really my flow. But the nigga about to give me some money. All right, nigga, like,
let me hit drink. I'm down.
Man, next thing you know, I start feeling crazy. And I look over, and the nigga said, he's looking straight at me. Mm-hmm. He said, D, I'm sick. And I felt my body, I felt like crazy. It was like my heart started beating fast. And I knew that he was trying to get me. Big ass, 245 pound, I don't know how, about 6'4" nigga, you know what I'm saying? Was looking at me and he said, D, man, I'm sick. And I could tell in his eyes that he was trying to get me. It was nothing but the grace of God, man. I stood up, and it's a drug called GHB. I stood up, I don't know how, but God got me out of that situation. I walked. I said, man, I gotta go to the bathroom. And I'm shaking. I called my girl. I called my girl right as I'm opening the door to get out. I said, baby, I've been drugged. Call the police. She said, what? I said, I'm fucked up. I need you to help me. Somehow, I get through. It's because in the villas, it's like a maze.
So did he know you left? What?
He did not know that I left.
How he didn't know you left?
I don't know. I have no clue. I have no. He probably thought that I was gonna faint, or you know what I'm saying, like, you know, lose my bearings and then try to tackle me or something like that.
So something was in the drink.
Something was in the drink. I get downstairs. I walk, you know, through the casino. I get a taxi. I tell the taxi driver, if I faint, take me straight to the hospital, tell them that I've been drugged. I did not faint. I was cool. By now I'm talking to my girl. This drug is starting to kick in. This drug is like a muscle relax. I don't know if you've ever heard of this drug, but once it starts getting it, like you lose motor skills. Like you see what's going on, but you can't really move. It's like, so it started kicking in. Luckily, I have a high tolerance. You know, I'm kind of big, you know what I'm saying? Like even for alcohol, like I have a very high tolerance. And I believe that's what got me through the situation. And I have no idea why this dude didn't tackle me. You know what I'm saying? Get to the hospital, go to the emergency room. It takes a little while for me to come in. Finally, my girl gets there. She said she comes in crying hysterically. What's going on? I told you, you know, these niggas, man. Like, well, you know. So what do you mean? So go to the back. They do blood tests. They tell me, hey, this is a drug called GHB. They said, do you know who did this to you? I said, yeah. They said, do you want to press charges? I said, no. And once that drug like kicked in, I couldn't move. I'm sitting there in the hospital and I know everything that's going on, but I can't move.
Oh, wow.
And it hit, and I'm looking at the time.
Wow.
And I said, oh shit, the time is not moving. And my girl's sitting there, and it was the craziest feeling to know that this motherfucker just tried to get me. And I got out of this situation.
So are you sure that he put something in the drink? Is that your thought?
I'm 100% positive. It was only me and him. He gave it to me. There was nobody else that was there. It was me and him. It was nobody else that was there. Then he had an alibi. The nigga called me.
When?
That night at like 4 o'clock in the morning. He was like, D, man, you were feeling sick. Are you okay? Why would a nigga call me and knowing damn well I wasn't sick, say some shit like that on? He was trying to cover his tracks. He left the very next morning in his private jet. I never in life talked to him. I ended up seeing him one time with my boy Paul Pierce at Dana Pump, the Pumps. I don't know if you know the Pump Brothers, but they have a yearly function where they bring in athletes. The guy's name is Ray Lewis. Stone cold homosexual. Stone cold homosexual. Gay, whatever you want to call it, you know, bi. There's nothing that nobody can tell me. You know what I'm saying? That nigga drugged me.
The Hall of Fame linebacker.
Big ass Ray Lewis. Okay? You know, so when you sit back and you talk about Me Too movements and that don't happen so after that, it started changing my life. I started looking at people that were around me in Hollywood. And
Paranoid.
I'm like, damn, is he gay? Damn, is this motherfucker trying to get me? I went completely opposite. That's why I rededicated my life to Christ. I got out of the Hollywood scene. I was managed by Holly Davis, Usher's agent at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I was, I'm on TV shows, Parker. You know what I mean? Like I'm really about to get popping. You know what I'm saying? I completely got out of Hollywood. I said, you know what? I don't even want to be a part of this, just because I was paranoid. And I was really scared. You know what I'm saying? Like that other people that he was trying to say to other people to come get me. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if you've ever had that feeling, but
no, I never felt like that.
It's man. So
I mean, that's
when women say that they've been raped and things like that, I'm so glad that I would probably had to kill him, but I can understand that paranoia, that feeling that it's like, oh shit, are you trying to get, you know what I mean? That not trusting of other people.
Okay, so can I ask some questions?
Sure. Well, yeah.
Because it's a lot. This a lot. This a lot.
Yeah, hey.
This a lot.
But it's real. You know what I'm saying?
So okay. Ray Lewis is a big guy.
Man, that nigga's a stone cold homosexual. Big
But
fruitcake.
what I'm saying is he's a big guy.
Yeah.
So hold on.
I'm a big guy too. I'm not as big as he is.
But yeah, you ain't no 240.
Yeah, I mean I'm about 230, but he's compact. He's a linebacker.
He blocks for a living.
Yeah, he's a
He runs for a living.
He definitely does.
So my question is, you got away from Ray Lewis?
What do you mean got away? I mean,
Because if he wanted you there, he would have kept you there.
Oh yeah, I believe that. Well, obviously, if I would, I don't think that he wanted to fight. You know what I'm saying? Because
I don't think he had to fight, right?
No.
All he had to do was block you.
Well, if that drug would have kicked in, the drug hadn't completely kicked in. You get what I'm saying? And I got up quick enough for him not to, I don't know why. To this day, I'm like, damn, he could have really tackled me. You
That's
know
what
I'm
saying? Like it takes nothing. Like I saw the Ocho Cinco tape.
Cinco?
Yeah, where he blocked the head. Ocho Cinco was trying to block him or do whatever he's trying to do to him. And he knocked Ocho Cinco out. And he didn't even know he knocked him out.
Oh, okay.
But I'm saying that do you think, this is why I asked, do you think he put the drug in there? Do you think he put the drug in there so that he could have sex with you, or do you think he put the drug in there just so y'all could have a good time? And maybe he was going to invite some hoes over.
What the fuck else is a motherfucker to drug you for in in a hotel room in Vegas? You understand what I'm saying? Like,
I understand what you're saying. I'm just asking
there's nothing in my mind. There's nothing in my mind, and I'm not even. Listen, I wouldn't even have brought this up. Like, we're talking.
Yeah.
We're talking about my story. We're talking about
Hollywood.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a story that happened to me, and I've talked about it to other people. Other people know about it. You know what I mean? I haven't talked about it on camera, but I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It is what it is.
So you think he literally was trying?
Oh, he's a stone cold homosexual. There's no way, shape, or form that he's not. That's what I believe. I don't care what nobody said. And I believe that, I've heard some things that, through the grapevine, how he likes men and stuff like that. And, okay, the nigga was trying to get me.
And you're 100% sure?
There's nothing that anybody will ever do to change my mind. And that man's not 100% gay. Just is what it is,
And so, had he tried to, outside of the first time he tried to call you on the phone and say, hey man, you were sick.
One.
Did he ask you why you left?
Not one time. He called one time when I was in the hospital. I listened to the voicemail. He called at, I think, like 4 o'clock that morning. It was only like 12 o'clock when it happened.
12 a.m.
12 a.m.
Or he called at 4 a.m.
Or 11. It was early. It was like 11 or 12 at night.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? When I got drugged. We were at the Beyonce concert. We left the very first song of the concert.
But you
get what I'm saying?
For sure that you just started feeling a certain way. You never passed out or got
Oh,
under
100%, man, hell no, 100%, no. And I'm lucky because if I did, I would have had to get that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would have had to. Like, and I saw him, and when I did, like,
did you say anything to him?
I didn't say a damn thing to him. He knew.
You know the pedigree.
Did you say anything to
you? We were just standing there. You know what I'm saying? He walked straight past, and niggas was mean mugging. You know what I'm saying? And we kept it moving. But he knows. He knows. And I recently just talked to Dave Brown about that because I was pissed at Dave for many years. He didn't even realize it, but I had to release it. I talked to him maybe a year ago. Mekhi Phifer had a spades competition that he invited me to, and he was taping it. And I saw Dave Brown there, and I walked up to Dave, man. I hadn't talked to him in years, and I hadn't really messed with him, because he used to have parties and stuff like that. I walked up to him, I said, hey, man, I just want to let you know what happened. And I don't know if you know, but I just want to let you know I forgive you, bro. You know what I'm saying? We had a heart-to-heart. He damn near started crying. He said, what? He said, Ray? He said, no, I never knew nothing like that. I said, okay. I just want to let you know that this is what happened. You know what I'm saying? And I forgive you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no ill will because, in this business, you want to work with people, you know what I'm saying? Like, but at the same time, I'll never in life compromise myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a man, I'm not gay, I'm not homosexual, I don't like, that's not my lifestyle. I hey, if that's your lifestyle, okay, cool, but that's, not what I like.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So, it's crazy that, a man would stoop to that level to try to drug you.
You think he really would have done something if it would have kicked in?
Motherfucking right. What? What you mean? What you mean?
I'm just wondering.
Who would drug another man?
I don't know.
Why and why? My mom's even said the same thing.
Yeah,
She's like,
crazy.
nah, that man's a homosexual. I saw it in his eyes. Like when I looked at that.
So you think when he was saying I'm sick, that's what he meant?
That's what he meant. And it changed. It changed from the godly man to, oh man, I got demons. You get what I'm saying? Like everything in that limo ride home, everything changed. It wasn't that godly man. It was, man, I got demons, D. You know what I'm saying? I got all these children. I got a lot that's going on,
Right.
And it is what it is, man. Yeah. Like hey, it's my story. It's not anybody else's story. It's not like I want this for clicks. And I don't give a fuck about none of that stuff. I don't read. You know me. I'm a real person. But at the same time, I'm sure that other people, predators. That's what they do. They prey on people. Just like this guy, he was known for that. It's never a first time.
Other people have shared their stories with you.
Other people have shared stories with me that yes, he's a homosexual, or bisexual.
Prior
I'm sorry.
to you, or
no.
Or before you, after you.
After.
That's wild.
Yeah. But you asked me how did I go 4 or 5 years being celibate. It's because God got me out of that situation.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what, God, if
I'd probably be celibate too.
If man, thank you, Lord. You know what I'm saying? For saving me. Like, I would never be the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody takes your manhood, like I'm a man's man. Like I'm a alpha. You understand what I'm saying? So that. And
Let me ask you this. If some people are watching your podcast and they want to know why you said it, what made you open your mouth to share the story, what do you say to that?
I've shared the story before. It just so happens that we're on camera now.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Why would you share it on camera, I guess? Because that's the first thing people ask. Like,
because it's my story. You know what I mean? And in Hollywood, you know, it was an introduction for me, you know, because you hear of these stories of, homosexuals.
You hear them.
You know.
Not just that. You hear stories.
Yeah.
Like they're always this looming kind of legend.
The Bashir up under Puffy and, you know.
But you never know till you know.
And you never hear the actual person come out. I mean, every now and then the B2K kids, they came out and said that, you know, their manager used to, you know, do stuff and like that. But, you know, for me, I'm telling my story. You know, I have, you know, a platform. You know, I'm sorry if, you know, actually I'm not. Fuck that.
I was like,
you know what I'm saying? You kiss my motherfucking ass. It's the truth. It is what it is. And, you know, that's what it is, you know. And for real, that's why I got out of the industry for a long time. What happens if he calls
you and say, hey, D, why you do that, man?
First off, fuck you. I don't have nothing to say. Yeah. Just like that man, if he were to call you, what else could...
I saw him again.
You understand what I'm saying? I've seen him.
Yeah.
I saw him 15 years. See, this is in 2002. It's 2000, what is it, 26 now? 26. Okay? That's 20-something years ago. So that's why people be like, why are you sharing it now? I've shared it before. You know, a lot of people
there wasn't no podcast back then.
There was no podcast. You know,
there wasn't no podcast back then.
And really, it changed my relationships with other people. With other men, like if I didn't know a man, I wouldn't be, you know, I wouldn't get close. You mentioned I work with Tyler Perry. I worked with Tyler Perry after that, and not that I think that he's gay or anything like that. You know, I've heard rumors or whatever the case may be, but I worked for him, and he flew me out to Atlanta. I you know, stayed in the Spire downtown, right across the street from you know, this Bulldogs club. Anyway, I worked for him, and I would cut his hair. Very nice guy, and I started getting paranoid when I was working there. I said, man, you know, is he trying to? You know, even though he didn't, I was still paranoid. So I ended up quitting.
The paranoia.
Oh, I was paranoid. It got
wow.
to me. I ended up having one of my boys fly down and stay with me because they put me in a high rise, you know, down in Midtown. Yeah. And I had one of my boys come and stay with me while I was cutting this because I was working on the TV show.
Did you think you needed therapy after that?
I don't know about therapy, but possibly. Mm-hmm. Possibly. It definitely changed my life, you know what I mean? So, and what's so crazy, man, so I ended up starting a ministry at a church called Faithful Central. Mm-hmm. And we had a very big ministry. It started off with 7 of us. It grew to 140 young adults that would come together and just you know, share the word, hold each other accountable, and just have community. Right. Right? And the associate pastor, it was so crazy, we're cool to this day, but the associate pastor that we were under ended up coming out as having sex with another man at our church. And I was around like a lot of homosexual stuff, and it was just like, damn, here it goes again. You know what I mean? Like it happened to.
What do you mean? He came out at the church?
No, somebody in the choir at Faithful Central said, "Hey, I've been having sex with the associate pastor."
And the associate pastor said, "Yeah, it's true."
The associate pastor got let go. My pastor, Bishop Kenneth Ulmer, had to let him go. He you know, but it was kind of swept under the rug. And I didn't talk to him after that for many years. I was pissed off, like, because, you know, we had intimate moments. At the time, I was engaged, and he was, you know, mentoring me, and he was, you know, putting me through marriage prep. And you know what I'm saying? Like, this is somebody I confided in. When I told you that I was, you know, 4 or 5 years celibate, this is somebody, you know what I mean? So, you know, a lot of times people in, you know, that have, at least for me, that have hurt me the most have been, you know. Whew. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hard one, D.
It is what it is, though, man. I'm just thankful.
Do you feel like you've recovered from that, or
100%.
Are you still paranoid?
No, I'm 100% ready, and that's why I've even gotten in the spotlight now. I'm ready to get back in front of the camera, ready, you know.
Why do you feel like you're ready now?
I don't know. I've always known that God had a purpose for me, you know. So I got into poker to get away from the entertainment industry and just be secluded, you know, but I'm a people person just like you, you know. I'm very social. I really love helping people, and I want to see, you know, people succeed.
A lot of people ask why people tell, period, why people tell, when they tell. A lot of people ask that. And the reason people tell, for anybody out there who wants an answer to that, is because people want to feel validated. And they want justice for whatever has happened to them.
Yeah.
And so I don't think people who've never been violated understands the mental fight that it takes once you've been violated and how long
of a process
that mental fight exists within yourself. Because initially you always wonder, was it something I said? Was it something I did?
Hell no.
I'm just telling you.
No. Just like you knew, like, there ain't shit that I did or said or nothing like that.
But
what you mean?
That's not true for me.
Oh, well, I don't feel that.
No. I'm just going through the stages.
Okay, but I never felt that.
Okay, well, you didn't. I believe you. I don't not believe you. But I'm saying most feel like, was there something I said to make him or her think that way? Was it something that I did to make them do what they did? And especially if you're a child of molestation, especially if you're a woman who's been raped or violated in a way, you oftentimes feel like, oh my God, was my dress too short? Oh my God, did I blink too many eyes? You know what I mean? Oh my, like, you always, there's a thing that happens where you always internalize it and wonder if was there something you did, even though you know there's nothing you did, right? Even though you know there's nothing you did.
I've never felt that.
And so, like, even for you, people would ask, well, why did you go back to a hotel room with another man? Well, why did you drink and smoke in a hotel room with another man if you're not gay? You know what I'm saying? Like, people like to rationalize the irrational. And they don't necessarily put themselves in a position where you can honestly, like, how many dudes go hang out at the house with their boys and smoke and drink? So it's not illogical. But in the context of a story where something bad happens, it all of a sudden becomes illogical and that person's fault, right? The victim is always to blame. And so
but
when
I could care less of any of that. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
I get what you're saying, but I'm just going through what happens.
Have you been violated before? Has that happened to
absolutely.
you?
Yeah, I mean, even that day that I just shared, I still felt like, damn, maybe I should have wore pants. Like, I still felt like that. I felt like, damn, maybe when he sat on the couch, I should have gotten up. You know what I mean? But when you're in those circumstances, that logic never takes place, because a lot of times when predators know who they're dealing with, they know you're nice, they know you don't want to hurt them, they know you don't want to embarrass them, they already have pegged you out. They know exactly who you are.
Right.
And so when he sat next to me, he knew I wasn't going to get up. He knew that. He pegged me out from the beginning. And so when I say that, I'm just trying to share with the viewers what happens when someone is a victim. And the first thing that happens is self-blame. And then the second thing that happens is you come into the realization that nothing was your fault. And so now you begin to be angry. And then you're like, you're looking at them have a wonderful life while you're stuck with the mental bullshit that they left you with. And you're looking like, oh my God, he's now a Hall of Famer. Oh my God, in Puffy's case, oh my God, he's got the key to the city of New York. But you're sitting here with mental bullshit in your head from what you've gone through. You know what I'm saying?
I do, yeah.
And so it's not easy because you have to watch your predator be hailed as a hero while you are sitting here trying to figure out how to deal with life day to day from what happened to you, you know?
Right.
And so in the end, you're like, if only people knew who he or she really was.
Yeah.
And that's what you're doing right now.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I want y'all to know that this nigga is this person and not that person.
Yeah.
That's the validation that we seek. That's the justice that we seek. We want everybody to know the man or the woman that we know that person to be.
Isn't what they claim.
Right.
Yeah, I feel you.
And so and so when people ask why now, it doesn't matter. And what people don't understand is it don't matter when you tell.
But that's not my motivating factor. My motivating factor is just telling my story. You know what I'm saying? Like I could give it, like I'm just blessed and thankful that nothing happened. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you know, if it did.
There's no such thing as I just want to tell my story. You have to have a reason for why you're telling your story. Well, stories don't just exist for the sake of telling stories. There's a reason why you want to share that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
It's got to be a reason.
Okay.
Because you don't just, especially a man, like no man is going to say that they were violated by another man unless there's a purpose for sharing that information.
Right. I didn't really think of that. Like, I didn't really think of it like that. Having a purpose.
You got me sweat. I feel like I'm drinking alcohol today.
And listen, I'm just, just keeping it a buck. You know what I mean? And you ask, how did you go through that period? And it's just like, man, God is good.
Yeah.
That's all I can say is just God is good. Yeah. Really, he's good. Like he's gotten me out of so many, to get me to, for me to go through something like that and to come out unscathed. And it's less like, and other people don't go through that. Other people get violated. And it's like, damn, that's, woo! You know what I'm saying? Like, man, like I want to get that perpetrator. You know what I'm saying? Like, for somebody to hurt you or, I was boiling inside when you were talking about this dude. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I love you and I support you, and it's just like I'll smack the shit out this dude.
And I think that's how we end up feeling. That's how victims end up feeling. And I have to say, it doesn't matter. People love to ask, well, why you telling now? It really doesn't matter when a person tells. People have already decided whether they're going to believe you or not.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I could have shared this story right when it happened.
Right.
Or I could have shared this story 30 years later.
Right.
It doesn't matter. You have already chosen who you're going to believe based off of the information you have.
And what made you, share your story?
Share the story tonight?
Yeah.
Well, you asked me had I had any experiences in Hollywood. So I shared it because this is your podcast. You're my friend. I feel comfortable. I feel safe with you. And I feel like that has been a part of my experience in Hollywood. And so I would love for other people to know about that experience, because the most important part of that experience to me is the devil and the angel on each side. The most important part of that experience for me is that it is now an experience that gives me that gives me purpose when I'm speaking to other actors and actresses. It gives me purpose when I'm talking about the evils of Hollywood. I literally can speak to it because I've lived it. Yeah. And so that's why I share that story. And also, he's already, a lot of women have already gotten their justice by it. So I also share it to say that just because you don't have the vindication that you want right now, it doesn't mean that you'll never get it.
Right.
And for some reason, because these people are celebrities and because these people are excel in their fields, it means that it means that they never do wrong is a false. It's false. That's false. That's a lie. And people are very, we pick and choose who we want to believe based off of who they are. And we really need to stop it. We need to stop looking at these celebrities higher than they are.
Yeah, on a pedestal.
It's a horrible thing because we find ourselves in these situations because we trust people that we see on TV or see whatever, when we trust them, and it's kind of weird if you think about it, because all of our lives we're taught not to trust strangers, and then we do because we know them from whatever they excel in, and we want to be by them, be close to them, be near them because they have something to offer us. But it goes back to the Wizard of Oz. They're just a wizard pushing buttons behind the curtain, and anything that we have that God is going to, anything that we want that God says is for us, we don't need anybody to give it to us. God is going to make sure it's ours. He's going to make sure. He's going to put us in the right places with the right people, even if that's an empty room. It's going to happen. Period. I can end on that.
You say you can end on that?
We were talking for about 3 hours.
How long?
Toy, has it been 3 hours?
2 hours.
Really? Well, oh man, Tammi, that was a lot. I didn't think that we were gonna, go down that road. But
follow the yellow brick road.
It kind of is what it is.
Follow the yellow brick road.
One thing about you, I feel safe around you.
Appreciate it.
And you're just somebody who, just knows the right words to say. You always give me great sound advice. You know what I'm saying? So I guess that's why I opened up, and that's why, Thank
you for sharing.
Yeah.
Because I know there's so many other men who have experienced that.
I'm sure.
You about to get it. You about to get it in the DMs. They about to say thank you for sharing that story.
I'm sure.
There it is.
There it is. Well, what else do we have, in the future for Tammi Mac? I mean, let's, end
movies, TV. Let's pray on that.
And end on a bright note,
Movies and TV. Let's pray on that.
Okay.
There it is.
How can
at the Tammi Mac Show? That's where I am.
At the Tammi Mac
on
Show?
Instagram at the Tammi Mac Show.
Okay.
Tammi with an I, no E. Mac with a C, no K.
Okay. Tammi, I love you.
Thank you, Derek. I love you too.
So much. And, we're going to keep it going. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, my man.
Give me a
You know the pedigree. Pedigree.